Hi everyone, Dale here, LittleRVrentals.com. So today we're going to tackle these valances over top of the window. I noticed some of them, they do come loose going down the road, and this one just fell off at the corner. So let's get at it and fix it, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. Okay, so we're under here and we can see that it pulled out of the side of the wall. And here is the bracket. So the two screws came out. Now what I find is going down the road, this thing is heavy and it's bouncing and that sort of thing. So what I'm going to try and do is find some thicker screws to put in it. And the one tip to help stop screws coming out or loosening is put a really high density silicone, or like an RV silicone, or some kind of like Gorilla Glue or something on the screw, and then when you screw it in, it won't it has a hard time coming back out, so we won't have that problem. Now if I just go put that on there like that, I'm not going to be able to get a screwdriver in here, or it's going to be very difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off here and then mount this to the side of the wall again. And then once that's mounted, then I will put this back on and get a screwdriver up in here, because I can get a screwdriver long ways up in here, and then put this bracket back on. So let's get started. Yeah, you can see here on the front window how this one's mounted, and they just get a little bit of slack in them. And then going down the road, up and down the road, that just wears, eh? And then the screws fell out, and that's obviously what happened here, is both screws fell out. This one's still pretty solid, but you know, as if you have some time in the winter or something to do, it's a good idea to take these off and seal them with silicone on the screws, so the screws can't back off as easy. Now another thing a person could do too, which I've heard about on forums and that, is rivets. A rivet gun apparently works really good on sidewalls in trailers. Now, the only thing with this is if you want to ever take it off, but if you ever wanted to take it off, you could just undo these screws. So I wouldn't rivet these screws, because you're going into wood anyway. But this is like a side panel, so rivets may work, but I'm going to try and see if I have any rivets that big to put this bracket back on. If not, I'll just find some bigger screws and use the silicone. Okay, I found a long bit here to go on my Ryobi, so I'm just going to take that bracket off. There we go. Okay, so this is the stuff I use for outside of the RV, around the windows and that. You don't want to use it on the roof, but it's called Proflex RV, and it really works good for attaching things. I find, like for screws, you just dip it in the screw and then put it in, and I haven't had anything come loose yet. Like, it's really good stuff. You get it on your fingers and it's really hard to get off. So I'm going to put some on the end of this bracket on the back side that's facing the wall, and I'm also going to put some on the screws, so that should hold it in there tight to stop it from rattling off again. Okay, so I got the silicone on the back of the bracket here, and I'm just going to line it up. Like this. It should hold it till I get a screw started. And then I've got my screws with a little bit of silicone on them. Yeah, that silicone will hold that screw in there from coming out, as well as being on the back of the bracket. This will probably never come out again. You don't want to over tighten, just get them nice and snug. And the silicone will do the job as well as the screws holding it in place. So that's good. So once that hardens up, that won't, it's not loose now, but once it hardens up, that's definitely not going to come off there. So I'm going to put a little bit of silicone on the back here too, so that when it meets this, the inside of this here, it'll be, because we don't want this coming off either, otherwise we've got to take the whole thing off again. So let's put a little bit on there. With a finger. Always have your paper towel ready, it comes in handy. Okay, and then we're going to slide this back over. Okay, it was kind of hard to get the first one started with the camera in the hand, but I got the first one in, and I'm just screwing in the second one here. And I put silicone on both of these screws as well. So you just need it snug. There. And this one is snug. Okay, so once that hardens up in there, this will be, I mean, it's already snug, but once that silicone takes effect, it's not going to go anywhere. This will be fixed for a long time. And the other side is tight, so I'm not going to worry about it right now, but I mean, if somebody wanted to, they could take the other side off and do that. My kind of theory is if it ain't broke, don't fix it, so wait for it to start to loosen up, just keep checking it, and if it does it on the other side, then take that apart and do that as well. And there we go. So that's all fixed now. It's all nice and tight. It's back up, matches the other ones. And yeah, another tip too, when you're putting the screw in, if you're having a hard time keeping the screw on the screwdriver, just put your screwdriver in a little bit of that silicone and then put it on the head of the screw. That'll help you out tremendously. This stuff is so sticky that then the screw won't fall off while you're trying to get it up in there. And then just pull it back off. And if you ever have to take it off again, it's just a little amount, so you'll be able to unscrew it. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody out. Please leave a comment below and subscribe below. It helps out my channel. And thanks for watching guys, and until the next video. Ciao for now.